I'm calling Divine Mother, Divine Father, God, Elohim, Yeshua, Ascended Masters, Light Councils, Light, Higher Self, Higher Aspects, all of the highest vibrations of love to assist with this releasing. Connect our pillars. So it is demons, eh?
It's the one. It's like 4 dark controllers, so they're probably above demons. They're probably the intelligence part. The ones that try and get you off your path.
Okay, well, let's go to the 12th dimension because it's the safest way to do this.
Yeah.
So merge unity fields here. And we'll connect with the vibration of the 12th dimension. Up here in it, the big energies, Yeshua, the angelic energies, bigger here, to assist, bring in the families of light around. Okay, so they're just showing me, they're opening up a portal here to show me what it is exactly. I'm just looking at space right now.
I do know I've got to let them go with love. So when I say their words.
Okay, so where is the purpose of these beings? They are 11 powers. 11 powers. I believe these are archonic beings, fallen angels.
I do know their only job was to disrupt my path.
So okay. All right, so angelic families are just going to go down here. Just give them permission to take them.
Yeah, before I do that, I'm going to actually say that I forgive everything they've ever done on my timeline, and I send them love. I will release any residue that they've given my whole life. And now let me know when I've got to release them. Let me know when they're ready, Dave.
Okay.
Well, I can do it now.
Yeah.
I release the 4 dark controllers from my timeline with love and peace. And let them, where are they going?
They're going up with source. They're going up.
And I release them to source.
Taking them up. Okay. They're angels. Okay.
That felt lighter.
They're going up now into a whole another dimension. Okay, so we'll unmerge with the 12th dimension and just come back. Call back our consciousness now to ourselves. They're all gone. He's a watcher. To watch. He's a watcher. To watch. That's what. Obligations release, obligations fulfilled. You cannot harm any soul.
Especially me.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna take a little bit higher. Okay, good. Still with.
Okay. Can I just mention, in case we ever video this, I was at my lowest to below low on an addiction, and these 4 dark controllers were laughing in my face, and I saw them in my mind's eye, and I had anger from my soul. And you don't normally get anger from your soul, it's normally here, but this was soul anger. And I froze them, and they went into my timeline, stuck there. And I've got to be grateful for Trish to remind me about it, because I'd forgot about them. But I do feel a lot lighter now. So I've been carrying 4 dark ones on me.
I'm surprised you didn't feed them to the dragon, but you know, I think it had to be done. I mean, if they're fallen angels, and there's I guess there's 3 fallen angels who could be interpreted as Arcanians, and then a watcher. I don't know what that position entails, but it's a watcher of darkness, a watcher of density. It's weird. So I don't know what his role was. If he was like the composer in an orchestra or something like that, I'm not too sure.
He might be like a Michael Way's planner, planning things, and then he gets these free to do it. Yeah. But all I saw all 4 of them in the dark here, pointed fingers and everything, laughing their heads off, and I just lost it with anger. I really was so angry. I've never been that angry before, and it was like Superman with the glass, the mirror.
Yeah.
Stuck him in that. So I don't know where that came from. But I have been told it's so anger from the soul is very, like love is very powerful. Yeah. Anger can be, if it's directed for a good purpose, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. How are we going live now?
Yeah, let's see how this is going to pan out here. Might be on my Facebook, I'm not sure, but yeah, share to a group, so I can actually share to a group.
Yeah, global.
Select group.
Have you seen how red my face is from that work, man? Wow. I've gone dead red in the face.
We should share it out from there, but just want to make sure I get the right global. That's so cool that they can do this. Is it Global Spiritual Awakening Community? Or Global Light Workers Healing and Teaching Keys and Codes? That one, right?
That's the one, yeah. Keys and Codes, remind me.
Okay, so I'm going to put your link on there to start for the Master's Journey. And then we'll call it Atlantis Soul Discussion. Clearing attachments, divine alignment,
and anything else that comes up.
Anything else? Okay, so we're going to be live in 2 seconds. Then I'm going to look for it and share it on my page. Preparing live stream. Okay, so we are live. Hello, Soul Family.
Hello.
I think this global. Is it this one? No, this healings. Here we are. Yeah, I see it right here. Cool. So I'll share it to my page. So Phil. How long have we known each other for?
A few billion years, is it?
Yep. At least. So we have connected in this lifetime. Oh God, must be like 3 years, eh? Something like that, or longer. Is it longer than that?
It feels like a marriage.
Oh man, we're grid workers, we're light workers, grid workers. We're the mission guys, ground crew, ground control. We have gone on so many light missions together, clearing out the tunnels, clearing out countless battles of draconians, reptilians, clearing them out, helping them get to a new reality or sending them back to source. If it like battles on the grids, it would be the best way to describe it, right? We're always on the grids.
Many we never published.
Oh yeah. No, it's in the Hall of Records. There's no question. Like these journeys that we've been on. Yeah. We've been on some crazy missions, but we've also been on some really cool missions, like going to the Crystal Dimension.
Saving the Atlantean souls on the planet of Blue was quite a good one.
You went to hell with me, and we brought back souls, the souls that were stuck and trapped from the dark ones. We healed demons, consciousness, so they could evolve. That was a really difficult mission. It was the least one that I was looking forward to. It's one of two or three that we haven't shared live, just because we don't want anybody to come into a vibration that, if you're not trained to protect yourself in the right ways, you could go into a lower state. The stories we have, though, are just unbelievable. I can't tell you how many. Just our mission work that I posted on my YouTube that we've done, and you posted on your YouTube, it's probably like 30, just the ones that we've posted, right? I'm sure it's crazy like that. We've gone on healing the water missions, raising the vibration of water. I mean, that was really nice.
The pyramid spaceship, if you remember that. That was a crazy one.
Yeah. Recently we went on a mission where they were showing us the ascension timeline and how everything was shifting, and that was really cool. That was really neat. The missions that we've gone on as of late is not so much like battle work, because like that stuff has been done. And there was like this peace agreement that came into place in the universe, and around, I want to say, a year ago, something like that. So our roles kind of changed to be peace ambassadors, but we'll still, if people have attachments, we'll still help remove the attachments. We'll still help, with light missions, anchoring more light. It's been a lot about bringing in more light in the last year, and everything's been shifting, and everyone is feeling it. Like I don't know one spiritual person out there who isn't feeling it. The sun is going crazy in the last 2 months. If you don't believe the ascension is happening, just go and check out the solar activity in the last 2 months alone. It is going wild. It is going off the charts. There's more solar flares than there ever has been. People are feeling it. It's stirring up all kinds of emotions to be healed within people. People are getting different illnesses and different ascension symptoms that are caused by either what I've seen.
I think it's a frequency change, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit like flying on a plane and then it going to Earth. It is a different frequency.
Yeah. Like when we descended from Atlantis, it was a lot harder to go and lower the vibration, and it's just like everything, you just feel like a broken heart. But as we're ascending, we're feeling more like a full heart again, like we're coming back into these love energies, right?
But also it's like turning from a physical into like a more crystalline. It hurts. It's got to hurt. Yeah. And also the ending is like going off tenfold sometimes. Yeah.
There was a moment, the beginning of March, when all those solar flares were going off, where I felt my cells within myself completely change, and I knew it was the crystalline process. And then right after that, my chakras, I went like, they gave me 1 day break, and then they started upgrading my chakras. I'm just like,
We gave you a day break. That's not bad. I think the energies went super in November right to now. I think it's been going over the year, but from November, it's like gone way high.
Yeah.
And we're still here.
Yeah.
So.
So I don't think we really need to talk about like who we were in past lives. We're fully aware of who we were in past lives, but we can certainly talk about the knowledge.
Can I say something about that, Dave? A lot of people says I was such and such and I was such and such. No, you weren't. Your old soul was that. Your experience, you are now who you are. That's who you are. You can get knowledge from all these aspects by merging with them, which is quite cool.
It's good not to let the ego. I mean, you're all in a sense. You're one soul. You're experiencing it through other versions of yourself. But you certainly can get the information. But it's important not to say I was like and feel like and give that power to that aspect. But it is really cool that everybody who's awakening gets a compulsion to buy crystals, and most of the people who have awakened are doing cool things with crystals, like we used to do in Atlantis, which was programming the crystals, using them for crystal healing, bringing them in the sun, and bringing the intentions of the energies to amplify your intentions, making crystal grids for protection.
You read my mind then.
Right?
I thought when you stop speaking I'll mention crystal grids and you've already done it.
Right. One of my favorite ones, I know Phil has a special one. I think you put it under your bed, don't you? Or
now. Yeah, I'm not married to it yet.
Yeah,
that one. Yeah. I've also it's good to make your own stuff. Just one sec. My wand.
Yeah, I got a staff.
Staff, sorry, it's good staff in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to actually make your own stuff.
So that's Phil's staff, and then I'll quickly show. So I got a staff here too. We both got our staffs that we've made.
Are we having a staff battle?
What's funny is I got my staff into a lot of my grid work, and I used the purple lightning ray for my grid clearing because my aspect showed me how to do that. And then when my staff started to shoot out, clear the grids, and then I forgot I was doing grid work one night, and as I'm walking down the stairs to get some laundry, my staff zaps me with purple lightning. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, you're still on? Oh, like I didn't realize I had to turn it off with intention. It zapped me twice before. I'm like, but the first time I didn't believe it. I'm like, oh, it wasn't. That didn't happen. But then as I was walking up the stairs, it zapped me again. I'm like, what the heck? It did happen. So we're definitely going to get into some cool stuff, but I wanted to talk a little bit about triggers, vibrations, shadow work, because like the timeline of the ascension is at hand, and so it's definitely time, if you've been putting off this work, to take it seriously. Emotional states is the thing. So what is happening here is the energies are going faster. The speed of thought has increased, which means you're going to manifest faster to the good or to the bad. And if you haven't done the soul healing work, you're going to be attracting, likely you'll be attracting lower states of consciousness experience and manifesting that, which is
Dave, what you're saying is if you're low vibration, you're gonna attract low vibration.
And low consciousness. And so how many people do you see, because you're involved with a healing group where you're always healing, and in that group, and you do it for 3 hours, 6 hours sometimes. It's the craziest healing group I've ever seen.
I'd say a third.
need clearing and have attachments.
They've either got implants, attachments. Some of them, the implants are related to, I can't even say it on here, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
And it's all negative energies, but a lot of it is to do with their fear. A lot of it is linked to their fear, and it brings in stuff. It just brings in a lot of stuff. And I think I've been on Orion recently again. An horrible place. Keep on going there. And that's the one where I woke up with green stars in my eyes for an hour, and that was from Source. And I was told that was to clear the dense energy of Orion. Mm-hmm. So these low vibrations can be from other planets as well. They don't have to be from here, but they're attracting because your vibration is what they want. They're attracted to you.
Yeah, so we'll talk about a couple things to that nature. So when you do the inner healing work, you raise your vibration and you become less susceptible. And the more that you do it, you release things like fear. And you embody self-love and love and unconditional love frequencies, which is like a complete deterrent for any dark entities, any attachments. And in addition to that, there is more other ways, of course, that attachments can find you if you're not shielding and you're doing astral travel. If you're not, there's a variety of ways as well.
Another thing that I've noticed, you've got to find the reason why you're in this low vibration. It could be trauma from a childhood, it could be past lives, it could be need shadow work, but you've got to find why you keep on attracting them, because it's something to do with you itself. It's not the things that's coming in, it's you are not solving or sorting the problem, and so you need help with that problem. And that's why we are. Are.
So before we get into healing, so we have a link here on this that we've created a course that goes into the childhood, that goes into the past lives. I can't tell you, when I first started, I was doing one lifetime at a time, and it was just taking forever. And then I found you can do thousands of lifetimes at a time, specific karmic points, thousands of it, and then clear the vibrations throughout everything. And then even to such a point, there's one time where I cleared sexual abuse out of my energy, trauma from sexual abuse specifically. And it, not necessarily a physical sexual abuse, because if you are being used for sex, that is sexual abuse. And there's lifetimes when I was the female or I was the male, and there's so many of these different and the repeating patterns. And I went through and I smoked them all. Like I cleared them all out in one night. And then it was devastating. I did too much in one shot, and my root chakra just it created a hole in it. So
Dave, I knew my head nearly exploded. I actually say stop, because we could have had millions of lives, but most of them it's because of how we died. We died very violently, very quickly, and that part of the soul is in trauma. And it needs release. So
basically there was like 3 days when this happened where I just took it easy. I didn't do anything. And then instead of doing every karmic point sexual abuse all in one shot, it's probably good to do it, over 2 or 3 shots instead of one shot. But I opened up my eyes when I was done, and I saw a dark cloud above my root chakra. Like it just left my energy, and the angels are coming in, swooshing around, picking it up and taking it away. And of course, so what ends up happening is you end up coming into alignment with your divine feminine within yourself. You look at relationships differently. You heal this trauma, and you'll treat and you'll invite your divine partner in. When you heal these inner traumas and you come into self-love, then you are inviting in a divine partner who's not going to come in and abuse you, simply because you've healed all of what's within inside of you, and your vibration is set now to invite in the one who is not going to abuse you, one who is going to love you, unconditionally support you. And if you notice any signs of narcissism or abuse, you'll just let them go, because you won't allow it.
What you're doing, you're breaking the cycle. You're breaking that endless cycle for many lives.
Yeah, and you're making your future lives that much better as well. So you're healing your past lives. You're going to make your future lives better, because you're not going to have to relearn. Because what it does is it dissolves the contracts, the soul contracts. So when you heal your past, and it will remove the karmic cords from having to keep repaying in a loop, in a pattern, over and over again. Always they're teaching you, you're teaching them, they're teaching you, and then you come to this point of unconditional love, and you're done with these experiences, and you'll feel it. And the more that you release, the more that you come into this love, these energies of love, and enjoy your life more. You definitely enjoy your life more, because you don't fall into the loops that have been bringing you down throughout your life, right?
I've actually seen black smoke coming out of people doing this. I've actually seen the energy like a black smoke just being released out of them.
Yeah,
and that is amazing.
Yeah. So this course is 6 months. It will completely transform you to 100%, so much that 100% money back guarantee, because I'm so confident in it that I know for sure everyone's going to be satisfied. And then Phil mentioned as well, he'll be coming on. We're doing 12 live sessions throughout the 6 months, 2 a month, where we'll come in and do really cool things, working with crystals, doing some healings, working with grids, how do you grid your house, how to protect your energy, and then answering questions and stuff like that. And I think this is something that we've done for many lifetimes. We seem to keep coming back and bringing in higher consciousness.
The thing with grids is people just think that's a grid. You've got to link it to what you need it to do. So you got to use the correct crystals in the correct pattern, like to unblock third eyes, or just to protect your house. There's loads of different ways you can use grids. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so we're gonna go into so definitely worth checking out. If you talk to Phil, I don't know if it was, I think it was over 3. It might have even been 3. Yes, it was for sure close to 3 to 4 years. When Phil first met me, I was just coming back online from taking like a 8-year spiritual break. I hadn't done any shadow work, but I had a lot of the ancient secrets because I dove right into the spirituality from 18 to 26, like in an insane amount. And I learned a lot of stuff, had the vision dreams, went on a spaceship, went right out of my body energetically. Number of times, had hologram, higher intelligence coming in, teaching me about history and how it's been fabricated and it's not even true, and all this stuff that was really going on. But I hadn't healed my shadows. So Phil knew, and Phil could sense, because he had done shadow work ahead of me. So he can sense that there was this darkness within me that needed to be healed.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Right?
It was a lot.
Yeah, no,
I saw I saw the dragon aspect of what you had, and I saw the angelic side, so I knew you could do it.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And I was guided, like we're guiding you. I was guided as well, how important this is, right? And other healers held space for me, and they're like, you got to heal your past or it's going to come back. People are going to feel it. People are going to sense it, and all this stuff. And it did. And there was a lot to heal, but there's no judgment. It was just, this is the forever experience. Sometimes we're bad guys, and that's just the way it is. We're not good guys every lifetime. Right?
You got to harmonize your soul. That's what it is. Dark and light, and you got to harmonize both sides. Mm-hmm. But you've got to clear all the shadow work from both sides.
Yeah.
All the residue that you might have brought in, or even this life. People have, if you've got anger about anything, then you need work on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're retaliating, if you're always, if you're in a relationship, and this is the difficult one, but if you're in a relationship and somebody is abusing you all the time, there is an opportunity, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. I truly feel it. It is not easy. When there's kids involved and on all this stuff that's going on, and you're loving something that's outside of yourself. And it is, I've always thought that was such a noble thing to do. And why so many families have stayed together during certain things. But we're in a time right now where to shift into self-love and having boundaries against abuse will assist the collective all across the planet to stop inviting abuse into their relationship. And it's not always simple, especially if you've been with somebody for so long and have accepted it. But you can stand up for yourself. You can create boundaries. It's never too late to love yourself. It's never too late to create boundaries. And if it is meant where things don't work out and you split, you're honoring your heart, you're honoring your vibration. But you might even find that partner you're with changes because they know that you're serious and that you're not going to take this abuse anymore. You forgive them. Really important to forgive them. And you can even tell them, I forgive you for all that you did, for all of this abuse. This is what you've been doing to me. It's hurt me in this way. It's not right. It's not okay. It's impacting our relationship with our children. It is doing this, and it has to stop. It's not right for the children. It's not right for me, and it has to stop. And I'm letting you know now that I'm not going to allow it to happen anymore, and I'm going to forgive you, and we can start out a clean slate here. But it's going to stop, and you have to mean it. And if it doesn't stop, then it's not going to work out between us, and you'll find that when you stand up for your love, you'll become the happiest person. It will make you so happy. Even if you're not with them and there is a breakup and things are hard, you'll become so happy in your love. Things will always work out. Even if you had kids, there'll be a way, something will happen, you'll be able to be with the kids. Like it's never a down scenario. But and I know it's not easy, but when you do this healing work, you will attract so much love into your heart, so much love and happiness into your daily moments. And when you're living under stress and you're living under a lot of unhappiness, when you're not dealing with the inside of yourself, then every day is a chore. It's hard to get up. It's hard to go to work. You're taxed. Your energy is taxed.
The other thing, Dave, everyone around you will feel that and get that energy.
Yeah.
So it won't help anyone around you with that.
Mm-hmm. And we're at the time now where consciousness is shifting and consciousness is getting higher. So me and Phil, we always seem to have this magic, this chemistry, these missions.
Okay, Dave, one thing that we haven't come across, as the earth is being loosened with the vibration and lighter, there's a lot of souls being released from the dark depths of wherever they're going. And it's a lot of light workers get attachments, and these are lost souls. So you've got to clear these. So we could even show how to clear them, because I've noticed in the healing event in the last 6 months, there's more attachments and a lot of souls being there, looking at your light, thinking it's the light.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. I mean, retrieving souls and helping them into the light. I don't think I've done it for about 3 or 4 months, but it's always on my mind.
Yeah. What it does, if you've got an attachment to a lost soul, it's draining you. It will do, because you're basically giving energy to an attachment. You have a few of them, and you'll be very tired in the morning. You're basically feeding all these lost souls because they need your energy to stay, if you know what I mean. So it's good to clear them, because then you'll feel lighter anyway. But as you're lifting the vibration, the more you'll attract these as well.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and we'll go through timelines leading up to the ascension for soul retrieval, souls that are being released, souls that are lost throughout the grids and dimensions on Earth, and so we always call in. We've always called in either aspects or divine councils and stuff. It is an amazing habit to get into. If you don't get into it, it's great to get into it every single day. If you want to call in your angelic guides, if you want to call in Father, Mother, God, councils of light, whatever you want to call in, the more you call it in, the more they will be with you. The stronger the bond, the stronger the relationship. And then when we connect, we always take divine instructions. We don't just go ahead and think that we never know how to do it. It's the truth. We always
the aspects that have come into my life have come in slowly, one at a time, and you learn one, you can then start merging, because the energies are very, very similar to yours, because it's from your old soul. And then all of a sudden, when you think you've know one, you find another one, and it's a long list over the years. It's amazing who you've been in the past, and it's the knowledge that they can give you more than anything, and the energies. They can lift your vibration if they are on a high vibration, which is quite super cool.
Yeah, so let's do some soul retrieval. You know what? Hold on a second here. Something is coming to me. This is an interesting one.
Your 40 minutes is up.
Okay, yeah. So we'll do this mission here. So we're gonna add on to it. We're gonna do a soul retrieval for souls that are coming to come back to source, so they're not going to attach to people. But we're also going to go through, and this is going to be wild. We're going to go through souls that are stuck in dimensions because of past traumas, and we're going to heal them, and we're going to send them back to where they belong.
Okay, one other thing: if anyone's looking at this and they've got a soul on them, we will go help them. That will come out, won't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you want to start? Go ahead. Call in whoever you want to call in. I don't know.
I'm going to call in. I'm calling in Evra, because I always call in, and she always makes me laugh when she's inside me. You know. And
Evra's his crystal source aspect. In case anybody doesn't know.
And I'm also calling in the violet flame from my sacred rain aspect, and also this green energy that seems to get rid of anything. So if there's any souls that have got dark energies on them, it'll clear them. If you know what I mean, it'll pull them through into the light. That's all I'm doing. All right. Okay, I'll do that. So I'm calling in Evra. Yeah. Okay, done it.
Go ahead, call in for this.
Andromeda energy wants to help as well, by the way.
The collective consciousness. How do they play a role in this? Angelic councils for the collective consciousness. Okay, so I'll call on the angelic councils, the angelic guides for the collective consciousness, and the higher self collective. Mother, Father, God as well.
We can
Yeshua, the Ascended Masters, families of light.
Dave, we can connect to a light grid, because that's the conscious of every being basically on Earth.
Yeah, go through the grids for sure, right? I would think it's the way to do it. I'm just going to go up. I'm just going to go into the central sun. I'm just going to say a prayer, calling in also the angelic guides for everybody who's watching, to assist them to release any souls stuck within themselves that are trapped or stuck on their energies, to assist them into the light. I'm going to call in the families of light to assist and to release any contracts between stuck souls and the souls on Earth here to assist to release the stuck souls. And then we're going to work with the collective consciousness, higher self level, as well as angelic councils of the collective consciousness to assist to heal the souls that are stuck in dimensions, to heal them, to send them back, the fragments back, for those who are ready to receive them, for those who are ready to receive them. Let's go.
Dave, I'm linking up to the Andara crystals, become a grid to try and pull everything from in Earth that's lost, any lost souls. This is a big thing. I thought we were doing a small thing.
I know. Choirs. Angelic choirs are around us. Okay. Show you the yellow flower. This is an energy. This is a frequency. Release. This will release. Yeshua is given a frequency here is going to channel it in to help releasing souls right now stuck on anybody who's watching. Look at that. Is rainbow light. There's a rainbow light coming in. It will literally just, it's magnetizing them. The light is magnetic. Yeah, of course it would be. All are magnetic. When they come into the light, it is all magnetic. Bringing them into the light, it is a frequency, a pull. Coming into the light, it is a pull. Okay. So these portals are going over all the earth right now, over the collective consciousness for any souls that are stuck on people or within people. It's going to, while that's happening, it's going to continue channeling what it is we do here. I'm going to call on the collective consciousness, higher self level, connecting fields, looking for ambassadors, ones who can speak on behalf of the collective to assist with this healing, what is to be done.
I've been told the angelic healers can help with any trauma with these souls, because some of them have been lost for a while. Yeah, we're going to connect up to the angelic teams as well. Angelic teams above who work with the higher self, who work with all in the collective consciousness. That's why I think both of these groups wanted to get involved. Yes. I'm sending violet flame and that green energy all over Earth to clear anything, transmute. Assist you to understand. What assists you to understand in the healing release? It must be done through the pain vibration. Through the pain vibration, it must go into the pain vibration on Earth to heal this, to heal these fragments. With intention. It's a grid of density. Okay. All right. So the grid. Okay. So. All right. So who do I call in? How do we ride it with dragons, or how do we ride the grid densities through the heart? Go through the heart. Okay. All right. So anybody who's watching can assist with this. We are going to go through the grids of self. We're going to go through the grids of self. So this will actually be a healing for you. But we're so connected with the grids of self, is so connected with the earth grids, because we're born of the earth. So you get the earth grids. When you're born on Venus, you get the Venus grids. When you're born on Earth, you get the Earth grids. When you're born on Andromeda, you get the Andromeda grids. This is how it works. So we are by going through the grids of self. The instructions here from the angelic councils is to go find, to go
traveling through frequency of love within self, and we're going to travel and through frequency of love within self, but we're going to go to the density grids on Gaia because we can access Gaia through self, and then we're going to look for the vibration of anger, the vibration of anger, violence, the vibration of hold on, I can't remember exactly. I'm just going to channel it again. The vibration of density. It is the vibration of trauma. It is the vibration of anger. It is the vibration of hate, violence, abuse. You're going to go and heal this. Oh yeah, so hold on, I got to figure out how we're going to heal it.
Saint Germain's Violet Flame.
Yeah, there's definitely a flame involved.
Mix it with the green energy.
Releasing through intentions as well. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath now, bringing our awareness going within our heart chakra on a frequency of love. We're going to set the intention. We're going to go on a frequency of love. All who are watching are going to assist with this clearing, with this soul retrieval. For those who are ready, canceling out contracts, canceling out and healing lost fragments. For those who are ready to receive them, of course you cannot. Okay, so we're going to bring in, all right, angelic councils for the collective consciousness. Come with us, guide us, be with us. Bring in the wing collective, the angelic teams, the dragons to come assist. We're going to go within our heart. We're going to go into the densities within Gaia, the density grids, traveling on a frequency of love, traveling with Yeshua, traveling with Mary Magdalene, traveling with the daughter of Eve, Altora. I don't know who that is, but she introduced herself as representative of the angelic councils of the collective consciousness. Anyway, we're going in here and we're going into the density grids. Phil is bringing in the violet flame. I am going to channel in the Divine Mother while this is going on.
And the green energy and the seventh dimension, seventh star divine symbol. And obviously this is for everyone who wants to be saved. We can't force it on people, on spirit.
Connecting to the higher selves, what is allowed to be released, what is allowed to be healed at an agreed collective level for those who need assistance, connecting with the angelic councils to bring in the healing energies. Divine Mother Sophia, who is sending in a vibration of love. You are calling me in. I am assisting by bringing in a frequency of clearing, bringing in a frequency of healing. We'll assist you. Okay, Sophia's got a dragon. Okay, we're going over the grids here. Some of you might just be flying with your angelic councils of light. The golden angels are with us. Some of you might be on your dragons. I see there is one. That is Sophia's dragon. That is a rainbow with a red emerald eyes. It is beautiful, magnificent. She is assisting. She is clearing out, healing souls who are stuck in dimensions of time, souls that are stuck because of trauma from past life. The angelic families are flooding the grids right now to retrieve these, as Sophia is healing them, as we are healing through the energies, through the collective intention as earth ambassadors of light to assist in healing souls stuck in time and dimensions. Portals of light are still over. They're being guided. They're being guided to go into the light. Some of them are going back up into source. Some of them do not. They're just lost souls. And they're going back up. Some of them, she's going to take them. She's going to take them and give them to where they need. Okay, so Sophia's just going to go ahead and she's going to take them to where they must go. She is in many places. She's in all places. Okay. Yeah. She with it. Okay.
Dave, what about the ones that are trapped?
She's going through the dimensions right now. The dimensions.
Rescuing.
Yeah. She's collecting them right now, and we're sending in the healing energies with the angelic teams and the councils. Just going through the grids as well. Let's see what we see while we're going through here. Crystalline energies. crystalline energies are more prevalent right now in the grids. So these higher frequencies that have been coming in
Evra's actually in the grids. She's tuning them up. She's making them bigger.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so let's see. What else are we supposed to do here? Tune into the lower vibrations. The one the angels find it hard. Tune in to clear. Tune into the lower grids. Okay. All right. So we're gonna tuning in to send these frequencies of clearing and healing to all the lower grids, the lower vibrations underneath the crystalline energies. It's the grids below the grids. Basically, it's. I guess it's more on the three-dimensional level. Sometimes I forget that there's like another level to the grids, and there's a big gap between the grids of 3D frequency and the higher grids now. Like there's a huge gap in frequency at the moment. That's why a lot of people say that there's two realities happening at one. In a way, there is. It's still both realities. It's really just there's just higher consciousness, higher light, higher embodiments of love that are existing on Earth and lower. And so we're clearing out the lower grids now, on the lower part of the grids, the density grids, on Gaia and within the core of Gaia, because the galactic grids are fine right now. The galactic grids are really high in consciousness and light. So the density grids are on the planet at the moment. So grids of Earth. So we're just clearing those. We're assisting. Just looking and reviewing here, scanning.
If anyone's listening to this and they're getting a bit of back pain, it's just a vibration. So you're just increasing the vibration.
Yeah, if anybody is here that is on these grids as well, you might all of a sudden get a soul fragment that's healed. Your energy might expand if you're ready for it. It's likely to happen here. The timeline of ascension is to become a whole soul again, and the more that you heal yourself, the more that you integrate with what you are, the more you become whole again. And it is to retrieve all of your soul fragments for the ascension. And you cannot do that without doing shadow work. You just can't. You can retrieve some, but they need to be healed.
Yeah, some of them we might have done tonight, but we couldn't have done them all in the timeline.
No. Doing what we can to assist. There is a lot of frequencies coming in here from the angelic teams for healing. I can feel them, and I'm tuning into. They're sending them through us here. Everybody who's watching is assisting into the grids to heal the vibrations of stuck souls, of souls who are lost, souls who have been abandoned, souls who have forgot they were dead. Just bringing them to the light, healing their wounds.
Most souls that are lost will be angry as well. Removing that anger. Is there any way we can bring the old Atlantis energy to Earth?
Of early Atlantis, you mean?
Yeah, it's just not the late it was going on the planet Atlantis.
Okay. So let's see, how much longer do we have with this work? Still a few more minutes here. Africa. Okay, needs to be healed.
Is there any way of connecting the old Atlantis planet energy with the crystalline? Is that possible?
It's possible we go back in time. Anything's possible. It's a Palladian planet.
I haven't told about that.
They would want to is important. Yeah, storing DNA. I guess it could be, yeah, for some. Yeah, we'll do it, sure. Okay, it's using up. I think we're almost wrapped up here. We'll continue on. Okay. Yeah, we'll continue on. All right, so this is good. So that part is done. Old Atlantis.
This might help our DNA. Well, the power one, the power DNA is what we need.
Yeah. All right. Year from that time. Year from that time. Connect. Okay. Oh my God! I'm connecting with an aspect here from this timeline of old Atlantis.
One of yours?
Yeah. We're going in here. We're going in here to a mirror planet, like a mirror of the not Atlantis and Earth. This is what Earth was modeled after this Atlantis.
Yeah, the meteor belt into it now. It's just a load of rocks now.
Oh, beautiful.
Let's
go into the core. Yeah, let's go into the core, the divine core of the planet here. That frequency. Oh my God.
I think it's affecting your mind.
Yeah, I'm okay now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I can still see it. It's going going into it. Let's bring it through.
They're like golden light. Can you see the golden light?
It's very there. I was seeing. I'm sure it is in there. I'm just seeing it as pure, high vibrational, potent colors within.
It's gold, but rainbowish.
Diamond. It is different though. It's like an octagon kind of diamond. That's the core. She is the mother of this planet. She has 6 arms.
So the consciousness of this planet is the mother of the consciousness of this one.
Pure light. She's sending pure light into her hands right now. It is the purity. It is the purity. She's the purity. We'll send it into the grids. We'll send it into Gaia. For anybody that needs these codes for awakening in their DNA,
What can you see? Does she look like a dragon? A little bit, but not quite. In fact, I don't even know what she looks like. It looks weird.
Yeah, like a light blue skin, like a many hands. She reminds me of like an old, kind of like those old Buddha deities, but she's different. She looks more Palladian.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
These energies are going into the pyramid network for some reason. It's to awaken. It is to awaken. It is to awaken those sleeping dormant. Okay.
If this doesn't waken, nothing else will. The Endara crystals are brightening up.
I know this is going to be a lot of frequency for a lot of people, so I'm just going to call in a grounding code here to assist you. Activate, enhance, amplify, expand. To assist you to ground out your feet, anchor this light. And then I'm just going to quickly connect with fields and to the tree collective, thinking of trees, grounding trees across the planet, grounding everybody. Just imagine.
Dave, I got the same message.
Yeah.
Remember to take your shoes off and put your feet on the soil after this event.
Yeah, this is a lot of light, and most of our events usually turn into a lot of light. These adventures that we do, we're always bringing something in, so it's not a surprise that this is it's the same. And it's always high vibrational, and it's always like, whoa, this light is crazy. And it is very high. It is very high frequency.
And the first thing me and Dave will be doing tomorrow is looking at the frequencies of them.
Yeah.
So they do change a lot of times when you do one of these.
Okay. Is it done? Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna thank her. I know you're in the past. Grateful. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So I'm just gonna. I think we all just got to call back our consciousness now. Call back our consciousness. So we'll call back our consciousness from all time and space, all realities and dimensions. Call it back. We're going to thank the angelic councils of the collective and the angelic councils of the higher self collective, thanking all the ascended masters, Divine Mother Sophia, thanking all who assisted us today in this activation, in this healing, right?
And everyone who watches, thank you.
Yeah, thank everybody who's watching.
And helping.
Great work. And when you do heal others, you do heal yourself. So this in a way is a different kind of shadow work. It is a different way of approaching it. It's an outside way of approaching it. So this is shadow work from an outside way, but it's really important to do the inside way and go through your eternities of time and shift out, raise your vibration. It's the ascension timeline. There's really no better investment, and I'm pretty sure we made it affordable for everybody. I mean, it's like $99 a month. I spent $10,000 at least on my own healing, I like everything, and it didn't matter if I didn't eat. It didn't matter to me. I mean, I always ate, but like I put it as my number one priority over like going out or doing this or doing that, because I knew how important it was. When you heal yourself, you also reduce illnesses. When you do this work, you look younger. You release the stress. You become. I used to have severe anxiety. I don't have anxiety anymore. It just went away.
Dave, when I'm doing healing center, stress is the biggest one that manifests illness. It's the one that does, in your joints, arthritis.
Yeah.
And it feeds it, and then the pain makes you more stressful. It's just a cycle. It keeps on going. And it gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. So for like $99 a month for 6 months, like it's some people charge. I'm not even kidding you. Like the equivalent of $1,000 a month, like 10 times the amount. and I guarantee you, like this stuff.
Dave, if anyone wants to pay that, by all means.
Right? There's no wrong. And I honor everybody's commitment to the light. I do. But we just wanted to put a program together that was super thorough, super in depth, completely transformational. And we're going to come on and do lives. It's going to be a lot of fun. The link's on the header here if you want to check it out. It will change your life. And if you don't believe me, you'll get your money back at the end of 6 months. And nobody does that. Nobody in the community does that. It's not like you can buy a healing session. If you're not happy, you get the money back. It doesn't work. Nobody does it, but we're doing it because we know without 100% of a doubt how important this is for everybody. It's so important, and then you're just going to fall in love with life. Your heart's going to expand. You're going to wake up and you're going to the connections you'll get with your divine teams and how you're going to feel about yourself, the less of the stress. You might even get rid of things that are going to come back and cause some kind of like disease in the future. You just have no idea. Most diseases are attributed to stored negative emotions. You've seen that too, right? Like where you've gone into someone's tumor and it's past life related. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, all the time. So it's like there was this guy, no word of a lie. There's this guy. Somebody calls me, messages me. She's like, he's sick, he's dying, he's in the hospital. It's 3 days. He's puking, he can't stop. I don't know who else to call. Can you help him? I'm like, all right, well, so I start channeling in, and then they're saying his father is with him. His father is with him. He's trying to merge with him. They were a soul in a path life. His father is coming in to try to merge with him to heal this life. So I asked her, is he sensing his father's around? He goes, yeah, his father's been around for a few days. He's sensing it. I'm like, okay. So then I find out what's going on, and the lifetime was about as dark as you can get. He was trapping souls in hell, working with dark magic all throughout Egypt. And anyways, I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you can do this. But I invoked the power of one to assist him to clear it, and I went through every aspect of it, brought the souls back he trapped, cleared all the dark magic, cleared all of his affiliates, healed his heart, and I went through it all. It took me half an hour, and I'm fast. Like, it took me half an hour to go through it all, and so that's it was a lot of work. I had to go through a lot of steps, and then when I was done, I'm like, he's going to be better. I messaged her. I'm like, he's going to be better instantly better. And she messaged me back, I can't believe it. It's a miracle. And then here is where the story gets interesting. 1 month ago, I had this vision dream that people are going to start getting sick if they're not dealing with their shadows, doing this work, inner healing, likely because of the manifesting of the fears and all this other stuff, and stress, and you're always manifesting it in sickness, right? So I had this dream, this vision dream, and it's very clear, and the guides are talking to me that this is going to happen. I had angels around me, and they said, I want to bring you somewhere. Guess where they bring me? To that guy. He was with his 2 kids. They had a cabin somewhere or something, or they were on a vacation, I'm not too sure. To that guy, and he hugged me, and he said, thank you so much. I love you. And he was just hugging me, and he wouldn't stop hugging me. So the power that you have within yourself, it is unlimited, but it is time to invest in yourself. It is time to do this work if you haven't.
Dave, what that says is everything is possible. Once you start thinking it's not, you block the healing. You're blocking yourself. So you actually said this will happen. It happened. Yeah,
and that's the power of manifesting, 100%. So, like, if you come onto the program, just come with an open heart, and just take the time to go through it, to listen and pay attention, and you will not be the same person. You'll be a higher version of yourself. Your vibration will have transformed completely, and and the karmic loops and the patterns, you'll just be clearing them, not just for your past, but for your future. Like, it is going to be amazing.
Yeah, the way you live might change. Eating habits might change. Everything might change for the better.
Yeah.
Once you get that vibration.
That's what happened to me. I mean, like, before I went through all this work, I didn't nearly spend as much time having fun out in nature with the kids, being out in nature, doing all these positive decisions, living in my joy. Oh, that's another thing with this course too. There's a joy creation element of it. So you embody more joy, more happiness within your you end up getting a neurological upgrade into joy. It's really cool how it works. Yeah, and Phil, man, my brother Phil, heart of gold this man has. And we didn't charge anybody, not one person, to go on these missions that we went on. We just went on them because we wanted to help shift consciousness, help shift the planet, remove the densities for everybody. That's just everybody. And that's what these light workers and these grid workers have been doing. And I honor all of you who've done this work. And it's worked. The planet's shifting and everybody can feel it. And this work that we did today even was another step in it, right?
Yeah, Dave, we've been on Orion a few times.
There's so many stories. If one day we'll write a book. But there's if you don't go into this, there's really an interesting set of dark beings that have existed here, taken advantage of the population, and we've brought a lot of them into the light. We brought a lot of them to our dragons. I mean, sometimes we didn't have a choice, but usually our intentions are always not to destroy them. Our intentions are to bring them into the light so that they can reform. And
one thing I'd like to say to everyone, we don't plan them. They plan us, don't they? The event plans us. We don't know what's going to happen.
There was a time, I'll never forget this one. There was a time, and this is how you know this stuff is true. So there was a time when all of our spiritual friends were getting attacked by draconians, and we were just sick of it. And we're like, okay, this has got to stop. This has got to stop. And so we went up to Source. We went up to Father, Mother, God, and we're like, how do we stop this? And they pointed to a portal in the North Pole that goes into inner Earth, which was a layer of theirs, right? And they said there's a portal in the North Pole. It is a layer of theirs, and we went into there. And there was all these draconian ships. We actually learned how they track people through heat signature of the soul, the signature of the soul, and they track them. But anyways, so we learned how to cloak ourselves for future missions. So sort of irrelevant, but we went in there. We had so many teams assisting us. We had the Earth Alliance came in there, and they captured one of the generals of the Draconians, and they're coming in and they're beaming him up. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, we're taking him. He's basically a prisoner right now. We're taking him up. And then we found out 3 or 4 months later, they had converted him into the light, and he was dismantling draconian technology on Earth to assist them with that. And it was beautiful. And when we were done our mission, I'm like, Phil, there's no way this is going to show up in Google. There's not a chance, right? But I Google portal on the North Pole that goes to inner Earth. I'm like, yeah, right. There's nothing that's going to come up, right? Boom. NASA discovers portal in the North Pole that goes to inner Earth. Now, to this day, I can't find that article again that I saw that NASA discovered it, but it circulates in the conspiracy groups that there's a portal in the North Pole. So I can only find it as almost like a non-fictional thing now, but it was clear. But you know how timelines change? Like Looney Tunes is now Looney Tunes, but it was TOONS before, right? So timelines change.
You know, Mona Lisa, she used to be sad, but now because the Earth's energy's increased, she's smiling.
Right?
I've worked it out.
Yeah, so I'm guessing all this work that we've done, and we've shifted timelines to a point where that article just doesn't exist anymore. I guess we cleared it out. It was there to confirm, but the big one with Orion, they were sending frequency to Earth for 20, 30,000 years. They don't do it anymore. And that was that big event that we did. And they had 3 pyramids on Orion, on one of the planets. And they were sending us frequency into the network, into the pyramid network, and it was lowering our vibration. Once that got destroyed, since then, it's just been being lifted. Just a coincidence, probably. Yeah, and then I don't know how many times. So we went on this pyramid activation network for many months. So we see this pyramid in the ocean of Alaska, for example, activated it, connected it, linked it all together. And then, what are the chances? So I Google it, pyramid in the ocean in Alaska. Poof. They found one. There's a pyramid in the ocean in Alaska. You just can't, it's unequivocal, 100% concrete consciousness and how connected we are to it. The information that we get, it's substantiated. And it works, and it is. Sometimes other people get the information. I've gone on missions and seen beings in certain mountains, and somebody else has told me they've seen the same beings in certain mountains, and we're at the same time we hit send. Did you notice that there was this reptilian in this mountain? Boom, boom, bing, bing. At the same time, he was talking about there's this reptilian race called this, and right when I hesitated, you notice there's a reptilian race in this mountain. And we're talking about them because we're like, what are they doing there? And then, but I guess they were a reptilian that. Sorry, I'm just trying
to. There's some mountains, and we see them as mountains, but they can see us because it's like a window. They can look through the mountains. But when we see it, we just see a mountain.
Yeah. And they were like a race who have chosen the ascension, but they're kind of waiting things out in a mountain range, and waiting to either what were they waiting for? I don't think they're there anymore anyway, but it's just like the validations you get. It just proves everything.
The other thing is, not all reptilians are dark. Some people think all of it, one race is. No, there's a bit of light in even every race, I think.
Yeah, every planet's going to have, different beings who are more dense than others. It's no different. That's why you always want to use your discernment. Ask your heart if it's right. Does it feel right to you? If you're unsure and you're getting like your spidey senses tingling, something doesn't feel right, then listen. There's something off. There's something not right.
It's your first impressions, though, in your mind, it's what matters the most. Mm-hmm. If your mind says no, then it's normally correct, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, if you can see clairvoyantly and a being comes to you, send it love right off the bat, just in case, because there are some trickster type of energies that will pretend to be a being and they're really have an agenda. And when you send them love, it uncovers their true identity. And usually, if they're of the dark, they just leave and they run, or you cast them to source or whatever if they're trying to trick you into something. So, if you feel like you're connecting with an angel or ascended master, send them love in all your directions, just with intention. And if they're not of the light, they will basically just disappear, run off, go somewhere else.
There's a lot of people who connect to these and they're not connected to them. They're connected to dark. Ones that are tricking them basically. Mm-hmm. I can tell by the vibration, but sending that love, that's a great idea. I never thought of that one.
Well, I know that because I was doing a healing. Somebody asked me again, this is another one, somebody asked me again for some help. And if I don't call someone in and someone's already there, so I show up and there's someone that looks like Jesus, right? And I'm like, and I look over and I'm like, something doesn't feel right. And I'm like, who? I'm like, I didn't invite you. Who are you? Because I knew it wasn't. There's something wrong. So I immediately send love, and turns into like this red demon. And I quickly sent him to source because he was trying to do some very negative things. Yeah,
trying to get in.
Yeah,
I've done a clearing in a restaurant, and this dark spirit. He wouldn't go to with the angels or anything, but we did send. He was very angry. But once you send love, the anger just went. And he was happy to go. But sometimes they just need that bit. They need a big hug, don't they? You know?
Yeah. Like there's somebody told me a story once that there was this reptilian, that person that was super angry, but this woman actually just kept loving them unconditionally, and it taught this dark entity that like that it wanted to change. It wanted to heal itself and to be of the light, to be with this goddess basically, and it did, and it chose the light. And there's a lot of there might you might have even been a reptilian in a past life, and and that's fine. It's
right? I was king of.
I just mean like anybody. I'm just talking to anybody who's watching, right?
Yeah,
like in general.
I've got a story. I forgot it. Go on.
Yeah, so it's just to show compassion to all. It is to show compassion to all.
Another clue when you channel into someone, what do they actually say? I knew an healer who was channeling an angel, Michael, and she put a hand on me, and she said, because I was trying to look at the Morse child, I was trying to find the body, and she said, Michael forbids you to look at it. Would an angel say that? No. Right? So remember, if they are demanding something from someone, it's not true. So you've got to listen to what the channel information is to see if it is a trickster. And that was well trickster. That took all my energy out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some interesting encounters over the years.
I think I mentioned to you, David, but when you're on your path up to the light, when you're on your journey, you'll always get tricksters trying to stop you on your journey, and you've just got to see the signs when it happens, because you're more powerful than them anyway. They're trying to stop you doing your job because it's good for them. Basically, that's what they're here for.
Yeah, well, and you got to think of it this way too. Let's say you're in a relationship and someone's yelling at you all the time or hurting you. They're likely possessed by a demon. Just so you know, the darkness within them is being fed by demons. That's how the demon network works. It's just how it works. They feed darkness into other people, so they become more dark, so the experience is more darker.
Yeah, their shadow overtakes them.
Yeah, and they feed, and that's how they eat. That's how demons eat. It's so when you start shifting your vibration up, you'll just be able to clear that, no problem. You like, not only will that demon not want to be attached to that person that you're with, but you'll be able to clear it with ease, and that person you're with will actually become a better person when you're clearing them, you know. But at the same time, if they don't heal their wounds, they're always going to invite that demon back in as well. So it is one thing, you'll be protected, but you'll always have to be on the lookout and always have to be clearing. It's kind of annoying. You either got to leave them or clear them all the time. You know.
Yeah. Oh, they've got to sort themselves out sometimes. They don't want to. That's the only problem.
Yeah, but when you clear them, that might be a really good time to talk about. Okay, this is what I want you to stop doing because it's affecting me. It's affecting the kids. After they're cleared, they're not going to be influenced by the demon anymore. So it's a perfect time to have a discussion. Get them to recognize what they did and tell them that you forgive them, but you're not going to accept it anymore, and that you have to change. And when they're cleared, you're highly likely to get a better resolve than when they're being possessed. So yeah, and the whole world's going to wake up to this, and the world's going to wake up to that there's like a demon network, and they might be like, what the, but there's also an angel network, and there's also a light worker network, there's also a fairy network, there's a dragon network. There's so much love, there's so much more light that you can tap into, and for protections and all this embodiment of higher consciousness. But there is a lower consciousness, and that is how this whole cycles of 3D could happen. Because when you come in as pure soul, you're not going to start murdering people, you know. But if you have a dark thought, something that is corrupt, and then you end up inviting a dark entity in to feed that corruption, and then more darkness happens, and that's when the 3D experience ends up happening. That is of what is not of the light. So all this work that we're doing anyways here is to basically, you know, for the ascension, heal your heart, heal your soul, shift into self-love, and you know, just continue in on doing all the shadow work, continue in on doing the light work, dedicate yourself, but enjoy life. Like, this is about enjoying it. Like, I spend a lot of time in enjoying my life, but what keeps me motivated to keep doing light work stuff with Phil, and then also when we're putting out these courses, to keep doing this. I even reached out to an addictions foundation today in my city where I'm living in, because I want to see if they would be open to having a spiritual healer to assist and guide them to heal the grief, to heal the addictions, the traumas within their soul. Because if they are healed and they come into self-love, they'll stop abusing their kids.
But my new class at school I'm doing is healing. So I'm going to teach all these 5 to 14-year-olds to heal. Start them young.
Yeah.
So then they'll awesome. Go into. I'm training the new age healer.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we want. Like, so we do 1 million missions. I know we earned a lot of spiritual dollars doing them, but then Yeshua said that we spent them all on clearing our karma.
Yeah, was that the Atlantis planet blowing up?
That wasn't our fault.
We destroyed it.
I don't know about that. If you're taking credit for that.
No, we had to. They were going to take the tech. That's why we had to come down to where.
Yeah, a lot of people think the Ice Age was just like a magic thing that happened and the dinosaurs went extinct. But when you go into the Akashic record and you see the timelines, it was a play to stop the darkness from taking over the planet Earth. That's why it happened. But there's so much that has happened. History is not as it is written. But it doesn't matter. What matters is, healing yourself, falling into love with yourself, falling into love with life, knowing how to protect yourself, your energy, discerning love and things that are not right.
David, I was healing on. I was doing an healing video in Aldry Edge, and it's a tree called the Devil's Tree. And I just thought I'd do it to it, and the phone just got interference. You couldn't hear me. So while it was being taped, couldn't hear anything. It completely went.
Really? Eh?
So I was trying to ground using the tree. I think I'd recommend wisely which tree you use.
Yeah, there are trees that are moody for sure.
That one is.
Yeah. I usually have no problems with my trees outside my house just because we're basically best friends. And I show them my love and my attention and stuff like that. And most trees, there was a tree one time that had two spirits in it that I was talking to, and I was hearing two different voices, and they're both talking to me, and they're both sharing the consciousness of the tree, and it was really interesting.
I have actually seen an evil spirit in a tree, and the tree had captured it and was changing it, making it into.
Oh, that's cool.
And you actually saw a face in the tree, and I mean a proper face. It was mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. Well, I guess you got a million other things to do here, and so I just want to thank everybody for watching, and hopefully this has helped shift you, released you from souls that might have been stuck in you, help retrieve some fragments, and gave a nice perspective on soul healing, right?
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Anyway.
All right.
I'm not going to bed now.
Okay, I know the energies. You might want to go for a walk as well. This was a high energy thing here, so drink lots of water. Make sure you rest. Maybe go for a walk or hug a tree and everything. But we did send in some grounding codes to help out, and we used the Tree Collective to help out and stuff. So that should help out. And then it was ask the higher selves of all who are watching or all who are going to watch to assist, to allow everything to integrate with ease and grace. With ease and grace, that is not too much. Okay. All right. See you later.
Bye.